You have no chance. If you had a chance, you need to run lickety split. But you can't run because you're the baddest. Well, Ric Flair, you know what? I'm not a normal-looking athlete myself. You know what I'm talking about? I've been in the years of life. It's a privilege and an honor to walk out with Ole Anderson, Lex Luger, and the Army tomorrow night.
I am not a happy camper. What is Bully Ray's motivation? No, I know he loves sugar. But I check my pocket. I don't have no donuts. I don't have no cheeseburger. I know you love sugar, but I ain't got none.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here in Nashville, Tennessee, pal, I'm the man.
Look at a match for the total package like Luger and Super Brawl. Super Saturday? What is it? I don't know what it's called. What is it called?
Super Brawl Saturday.
Super Brawl Saturday?
You don't lose faith in winners. And Ric Flair, day in and day out, every day of his life, just keep the winning and winning and winning.
Ric Flair! New York City, Ric Flair! You're gonna find out what hard is all about! I do exactly what I want to do. You say I'm insane. I say thank you very much.
Make a good lucha.
I hate God!
Hit the deck! Yes! We love you, Scott Steiner!
Today, I've got the star and profile like never before.
You guys talk about being students of the game. I am the game, JR.
I thought I did something wrong there for a second. Oh, what the fuck just happened to my mixer? Jesus Christ. Nothing happened to my mixer. Everything was good. It was the goddamn song. Holy shit. The fuck, man? Oh, once again, I forgot to turn the goddamn TV down, and I can't find the remote. There it is. Hold on. Okay. There you go. Can't hear the music anymore. What is going on, everybody? You silly son of a bitches. What is going on out there? Dirt Sheet Dudes here. I'm Boxman. Smarkety Smark over there. What's going on, bruh?
What's up? Shout out to everybody in the chat room.
Yeah. Everybody. Absolutely. Anyway. Yeah, man, I am 100% glad this week is over. It is Friday night, like I said. And holy hell, I'm sure a lot of us have Monday off, and I'm sure we need it.
No, yes.
I know I do. I know I definitely need it.
Got any plans for Monday?
Not yet. I'm gonna see what's going on. Not sure right now. Usually we do like seafood, crab legs, or shrimp, or lobster, or something. So I'll see what's going on, see what the kids want to do, and we'll go from there. But we usually do something seafoody on Memorial Day.
Ah, very nice. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, Memorial Day and New Year's are the two we do seafood for. So
right on. I like it. Usually do like steak for New Year's Day, not so much New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is usually like a pizza kind of thing.
Yeah. See, New Year's Eve is when we do the seafood. We usually do. Me and the wife usually get lobster on New Year's Eve, and then New Year's Day we just kind of usually get pizza because we're usually hungover from New Year's Eve. So,
Right, makes sense. Makes sense.
yeah, a little hungover. So, always like to jump on the pizza train, get a little grease down there. But I guess we can. Let me shut off and do that. And I guess we can go ahead and knock plugs out real quick. Let me find something. There we go. We can do that one right there. What the hell? Let's play that right there. And, of course, that means we're going to start talking right now about the high marks. It's Cheese Man. It's Mojo. It's G-Wiz. You guys should be checking them out. And you know where to check them out. Mixer.com/Metal Mitt Network. That's right. There's 2 T's in Mitt. I did not stutter. Mixer.com/Metal Mitt Network. Sundays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time is where you can find them. When you can find them. You know where. There you go. High marks, Cheeseman, Mojo, and G-Wiz. And, of course, you got Bobby Anthem, Bobby Blades, the Inhumans over there, the Inhuman Experience, and more on that channel. So go ahead and check that out on all the usual podcast platforms, Inhuman Experience, and the Everything Unscripted Wrestling Podcast. They can be found on all the usual podcast platforms and, of course, on Blog Talk Radio. I'm going to be on there tomorrow with those guys, just chilling out a little bit, having some fun for about an hour. And so there you go. You can check that out on Blog Talk Radio. And, of course, we got Stephen Milan out there sharing the show. Letterboxd, BOXD.com is /Stephen Milan, 2 L's in Milan. That's where you can find him over there reviewing movies. And definitely, you want to leave us a review, you can do it on Spreaker. You can do it on Apple. You can find us on Anchor, YouTube, Spotify, Google, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeart. You know where. Smart, let it go.
That's right. Mondays, 8:30 on the Metal Mid Podcast Network. Be sure to listen to Cheese on Sports with the Cheese Man. And Sundays, 10:30 a.m. on the Metal Mid Podcast Network. Also on the Mixler Machine. You want to listen to the Mo Dirk City Machine Guns with Mojo and with Dirk. And last but not least, be sure to check out our friends at the Planet Raconto. It's the Planet Rack on Tour podcast with Bobby Anthem, Papa Dave Sincere, and Yuck Nasty. All 16 episodes are available for your listening pleasure. And be sure to subscribe for Season 2.
There you go. Where are you going to be when it's coming for you?
That's right. That's right.
There you go. All right. Plugs are done. Now, I know AEW is going on right now. I'm sure a lot of people are actually checking it out. We're not going to do any sort of watch along or anything for it. It's just not going to happen. We're probably not even going to bother. I'm going to watch it tomorrow, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday. But not really going to.
Well, so far I have seen on Twitter a video of Cody Rhodes in his underwear, literal underwear, not wrestling trunks, doing a pseudo weigh-in for his match against Anthony Ogogo, and I have already decided that I do not wish to view any of the show.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Yikes.
Although I feel like that's kind of a beautiful metaphor of what AEW is starting to become. Just Cody Rhodes showing ass in front of everybody on a weekly basis.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's pretty much what he's doing mainly. But yeah, there was a weigh-in tonight. Anthony Ogogo is really playing up the heel foreigner by saying in one article he said that America being the home of the free is utter bullshit. So he's playing up the old foreign, heel character, which I guess I appreciate it. I think I do. I'm not quite sure anymore.
I saw an article. Or not an article, but a tweet that he put out that said that when Cody Rhodes steps in the ring with him, his asshole is going to fall off. And I was like, wow, that is a really interesting threat.
I don't think I've ever heard that one. That's a new one. I like that. I think
Yes.
I'm not sure on that either. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. But I'll end up checking out AEW. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I probably could have skipped SmackDown tonight and been just fine with it. Notes are small, like they have been lately. And
a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, SmackDown definitely wasn't a bad show. I mean, Jesus Christ, just the first match was better than an episode of Raw right there. But yeah, it is what it is, and we'll get into SmackDown. But we actually got a good, decent amount of news to get into real quick. But I want to start with a couple of fun articles this time. We talked about John Cena and his hostage video Wednesday night, Smark.
Mm-hmm.
That was obviously the video of him apologizing to China. There's a company out there. It's a veteran-owned apparel company called American AF. Obviously, American as fuck. They made a T-shirt of John Cena with what's that guy's name? Xiping, is that the China leader? I forget the guy's name. But the
sounds right, yeah.
What was that?
Well, it says, I'm looking at the article, it says John Cena as Mao Zedong. I'm not sure how to pronounce that shit.
Oh, no, in reference to current Chinese President Xi Jinping.
Oh, okay, yes.
That's who it is.
Farther there. That's on me. But yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so he's got that hair, and it's a picture of him, and it says John Xina, Xina. This will definitely be the picture for the show tonight or tomorrow when I put it up. I've already downloaded it. This is hilarious. I don't know how many of these they're going to sell, but there's never going to be enough. This is hilarious. This is really a niche T-shirt. I thought it was a joke, but there's a link. You can buy it. It's right there. Like I said, I really thought it was a joke, but $19.95. You can get it in men's, women's, kids, toddlers, Rugrats, everything. Oh my God, you can get a poster even. A poster and a mug also for sale. The mug is only $15.95 if you want your John Xina mug. The poster goes for $18.95, and you can even get a tank top T-shirt for, once again, $19.95.
Just imagine the college dorm room that has like the fucking Pink Floyd Blacklight poster, like a poster from Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition, and then Communist John Cena poster.
That'd be great. It'd probably light up pretty good, too. I don't know. I mean, it's a poster of John Cena, so I'm not sure if you can actually see it. It might not really exist. But yeah, this is...
It depends on whether or not the Chinese government wishes to acknowledge it. If they don't do so, then it doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. But a mug, don't forget, will last you much longer than a T-shirt, and it's cheaper. I recommend you get the mug.
That is kind of weird that the mug is cheaper than a T-shirt, because as you just pointed out, you get more use out of it.
You do, but I mean, it's you can get an 11-ounce mug. That's what it is, 11 ounce. That's not bad. It's a nice mug, a little over a cup. But
now I'm going to assume that this is an all-American company, but
no,
man, if the mug was made in China, I would lose my shit.
All American, dude. They're American as fuck.
As the name would suggest. Yes.
Actually, it's American as fack.
Were they named by the Iron Sheik?
They might be a wrestling fan. I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt it one bit. Obviously, they're putting out this T-shirt. But I got to tell you, man, a lot of the conservative talk shows were really shitting on John Cena for what he did. Some of them were just like, nah, I get it. And, if you watch it, it looks like a hostage video. I'm sure there was a little phone call made. Not a lot of people are blaming him. A lot of people understand that it was Universal Pictures, right? That's who does those movies, right?
Believe so. I can do a quick Google.
Yeah, I think I'm right, but you might want to, if you don't mind, just fact-checking me, sir. But a lot of people know it was Universal that made him do it, and you could tell by the apology. I don't think... Well, and like we said, if you go to the Google description, it actually calls Taiwan a country twice. I mean, the poor guy.
That is right. Universal Pictures.
There you go. I could just hear the phone call. Look. So you call Taiwan a country, huh? Really? We're gonna need you to.
That actually sounds like the beginning of it, like the title of a book put out by the Chinese government. So you called Taiwan a country, huh?
Yeah, Chen isn't like that. I'm not sure if you know that or not, but we're going to have you make a video. It's going to have to be 129 words, which is why if you say the same word 3 or 4 times, it's okay. That's why he said he's very, very sorry. It's like an old high school term paper. Remember when you had
Oh, I was the king at that, actually, yes. It's like, in conclusion, to back up my previous statement, the reason for is to as of why. Yeah, just a whole lot of fucking filler.
Yeah, I took the different route. I just didn't fucking do it. Probably why I never graduated high school. That's probably why I never graduated.
Fun fact, I passed math in 8th grade by doing the final exam. I took somebody else's paper, erased their name, wrote my name, and just hoped for the best. And
oh, how many times did I forge my parents' signature on the report card? Dude, I had wax paper copies of my mom and dad's signature in my backpack. Let's just put it that way.
see, I think I just signed it. Like, I didn't even try to like duplicate it because I just did it with all of them, so they didn't know the better.
Yeah, I had wax paper copies of both of them in there where I could just trace it. I was pretty prepared. I was that kid. But anyway, John Cena, just boy, it's amazing how, I don't know, man. It's just weird that they really jumped on him for all this. But like I said, I listened to a few conservative talk shows, and a few of them were all over him for it. Dan Bongino mentioned it. Michael Knowles mentioned it. Jesus Christ, I heard Ted Cruz mention it on some podcast. I forget what I was even listening to. I think that wasn't a podcast. That was a radio station I was listening to. But yeah, pretty crazy how he just, I mean, you know, he's towed, like I said Wednesday, John Cena is that guy that's towed that company line, knows what to say, when to say it, how to say it, and one fuck up, and look what it's got him. I mean, someone's now profiting off of John Xina, his face. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how just one sort of innocuous comment has led to so much material.
Absolutely, man. But just, I thought that'd be a good one to start out with. I actually have 2 good stories to start out with this week, Smark. You know, last week was supposed to be Wednesday was supposed to be a feel-good moment, and I ended up getting a little worked up. So I apologize. But Eric Bischoff did a cool thing for someone, Smark. I think I sent you the article. Pretty sure I did. Eric Bischoff met a fan named Amanda at an autograph signing a few years ago in 2018. She told him the bond that she'd created with her dad by watching WCW Nitro, Monday Nitro together. Her father has since passed away, so when she was getting married, she decided she would ask Bischoff to walk her down the aisle. I'm sure she didn't expect him to say yes, but he did. He decided to walk her down the aisle, and she made him a hat. It was a black NWO hat that underneath the NWO said, "Thank you for letting my dad tag you in." And pretty cool little moment. I really think that's cool. And I mean, what was it? Yesterday was Eric Bischoff's birthday too.
Mm-hmm.
It was just even a better little story, but pretty cool of him to do that, man. Just some girl he met years ago. Who knows if they kept in contact? Maybe he probably remembered her. I think Bischoff is the kind of guy that might remember a story like she said, and just shows up at this girl's wedding and walks her down the aisle. So, and there's a picture of him and her right there with the holding up the old NWO sign. Looks beautiful, the girl in her little tiara and dress. So pretty cool, though. Pretty cool of Eric Bischoff. Really good on him, man. And this was actually one article I looked through, and wow, there wasn't a bunch of dickheads on here. I guess they decided to scroll past this.
That's unfortunate, because the first thing I was thinking of was maybe he was trying to cut a deal. Well, because we've learned of his sort of tendencies to sort of swap, maybe trade up a little bit, as it were.
Yeah, I mean, there is this one guy who's like, he probably charged her an appearance fee, and then put the Boo This Man gif up there from Half Baked, where Bob Saget was talking about. sucking dick for coke. Did you ever
Ironically, I was thinking that's like that would actually be a great business opportunity for Virgil. Like he just shows up to people's weddings and then charges them, but like shows up unannounced as though to hopefully get paid.
Yeah, he probably would. He would probably definitely probably do that. Absolutely. But again, I just wanted to start off with a couple of good stories. Don't really have any bad stories tonight, which is good. But
Right.
just really
Well, in relation to that, actually, not today but yesterday, was the 25th anniversary of essentially the beginning of the NWO. It was when Scott Hall showed up on Nitro for the first time. So 25 years ago, 1996.
Wow, man. Time is flying, brother.
I actually went back and watched that show Tuesday, just unbeknownst to me that it was going to be the 25th anniversary. It was pretty interesting.
Wow. Yeah, time is really
Because,
flying,
like,
man.
imagine, like, because I looked up when the NWO started, so I decided to watch some of that. Because I'm trying to get back into, like, watching old WCW shows, because I really didn't watch it that much growing up. But the show starts off, and the first thing you hear after, the pyro and the welcome to Nitro, blah, blah, American males. American males. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm just locked in. This is going to be a great night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, from there, it can't get much worse.
Well, the week after that, actually, because American males wrestled Arn and Ric Flair, because they were feuding with Mongo and Kevin Green at the time. And then the week after that, I'm telling you this specifically, they wrestled Rock and Roll Express. And it was a damn good match. It was really fucking good. They gave them about like 15 minutes. It's nice.
Ah, very nice. All right, good. Getting back into that, man. I don't remember any of that shit. I know I watched it.
Me neither.
I just don't remember it. I watched it, but I don't remember it. Guess we'll jump into the next little thing here. Now, it seems like WWE, it's being reported that WWE is in talks a little bit with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Maybe to break down that forbidden door. Smark, I'm not sure what's going on here, but it looks like another article came out later in the day today that Daniel Bryan, it looks like they may be doing this to fit Daniel Bryan back into the company, the fact that he wants to go other places and work and still work for WWE. They're kind of speculating this may be the reason for, and have said that Daniel Bryan was a big topic of discussion between the WWE and New Japan Pro Wrestling possible partnership. So, I don't know, man. It would be... I mean, New Japan needs to think about what's going to work for them, and WWE always ends up getting the really good smelling side of the stick, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
The one that hasn't been shoved up someone's ass yet.
Right.
If you know what I
they
mean.
wouldn't be getting the Impact side of the Impact AEW deal. But that therein lies the problem is neither would New Japan. Because, like, if there's anything... Like, New Japan's willing to work with pretty much anybody, but that's on the caveat of their guys are going over. Like, you're not going to chump them.
And I'm sure WWE has the same feeling, which is probably going to be... I don't know how this is going to... I don't know, man. I got a feeling this isn't going to work out. But it says right here, WWE President and Chief Revenue Officer Nick Khan, he's going to be topic of discussion more than once tonight, has been in talks with NJPW officials about WWE possibly becoming the official American partner for the Japanese organization, according to Wrestling Observer newsletter, Smark. So this, Meltzer is right about 20% of the time. Remember that. Mm-hmm. Let's just throw that out there. And I don't know. I just don't see this working.
Okay, so I have two things about this.
Okay.
First off, there was a tweet from El Phantasmo. He wrestles for New Japan. He's in the Bullet Club. He says, wait, who's Nick Khan? Have I been texting the wrong Khan guy this whole time? Question mark. So there was that. I enjoyed that. That was pretty good. And then, ironically, this was foreshadowed a bit. because it was this is from Fightful. I'm not going to read all of it, but it says on his Pro and Bro Wrestling podcast, which aired on May 13th, Fred Rosser explained his decision to wear the New Japan jacket and revealed he was told by John Laurinaitis of a possible New Japan WWE relationship. So this is from, like I said, this is from the 13th of May, and this is for the Nexus documentary that they're shooting in Japan, or not in Japan, but they're shooting for June. So he said, as soon as we started rolling, he asked the director, "Do you mind if you take the New Japan jacket off?" He said, "I'm very proud of this jacket, and you guys just inducted Liger into the Hall of Fame, and I just talked to John Laurinaitis, and he told me about a New Japan and WWE possibly collaboration."
Ah, all right. And by the way, I want to say Fred Rosser, formerly Darren Young, does not look like John Cena anymore. No, they've John Cena has gotten much older, and Fred Rosser seems to have gotten younger looking, actually, for some reason. It's amazing. But does not look like Cena anymore. It's kind of, I guess he kind of grew out of it or something. But definitely, I don't know, man. I'd like to see it, but it just seems deals in WWE don't work out well. You and I both know that. My wife is waiting to do a shot. My son is waiting to say goodnight. Go ahead and give me a little on that, and I'll be back in a second. Care?
Sure, go ahead. I got you covered. But like you said, and that's sort of the thing that was part of the thing that you read was that they were in talks of making WWE the exclusive partner of New Japan. So obviously they're going to want them solely to themselves if this was going to be a deal anyway. And like we've talked about a billion times, we talked about the Evolve deal and some of the other deals that they struck with, like the British independent companies. Anytime you do a deal with them, it's for their benefit only. Like you get scraps. You get publicity, air quotes, out of it. You don't necessarily get a fair and equal partnership. It's usually more of they're going to take your turf anyway, so they're going to give you a little bit of a cut, and you can go for it, or you can get your head blown off. They're sort of the mobsters of wrestling.
Well, oh wow, wow, you went deep there, Smark. You went deep.
Hey,
Wow.
You told me to stall for time, and I this is the one time where I actually didn't start singing 80s power pop. So you get what you paid for.
We've got the beat. We got the beat.
99 love. Boom.
Oh, please do the Dutch version.
Okay. Oh, but of course, I would just warm up.
I remember people actually trying to sing that back in the day when I was a kid. I would just look at them like, what the fuck? There's an English version, idiot. And I was young when that shit came out, dude.
Well, I kind of not 99 Love Balloons, obviously, because that was a little bit before my time, but the same sort of phenomenon happened when Rammstein started taking over in the U.S., like late 90s, where they had that song Du Hast, and everybody was trying to learn the actual German lyrics, but they also had an American version on their CD.
Oh, I didn't know they had an American version of that song. But I actually asked a German girl that I was trying to. Well, anyway, I knew her, and that song was getting popular. And she kind of broke that song down for me. And she's like, yeah, he's basically butt fucking. Yeah. Du Hast, I believe, is like bend over. No. I'm sorry. Du Hast is you hate. You hate me.
Yeah, I was going to say,
sorry.
I was sold a very different version of this song.
I had the wrong song. I was thinking of
hate me.
I was thinking of the other song. Bookdish is what I was thinking of. Is bend over.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
There you
sorry.
go.
Wrong song. But she broke both songs down for me. And yeah, that was Du Hast was basically you hate.
Mm.
And when he's, what is it? Du hast mich, you hate me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. The German songs scare me a bit, but I do like Rammstein's music.
Yes, I would imagine that like a group of German men yelling loudly would probably be a little bit intimidating for obvious. It frightens me, and I am not a member.
I mean, I could always let you listen to Shit Dick. by Panzerfaust. Have you heard this song,
Sure.
Mark? Oh, wait, you haven't heard this song?
I've not heard this song.
Oh, let me see if it's still allowed on YouTube. I have it. If not, I'll have to dig it out one day. I might need to do this another night. Let me see if I can find this song. Opie and Anthony should have it.
Are you telling me that you have to dig out shit dick? Interesting phrasing. Interesting phrasing.
Oh, okay, it's on here. All right, this. Okay, let's see if this is the song. This is by a band called Panzerfaust. Let's see if this is the actual song. Oh, I don't know here. Yep. You guys can thank me later for this one.
We hate all shit dicks! Andy Warhol, shit dick! Mick Jagger, shit dick! Michael Jackson, shit dick! Jeffrey Dahmer, cannibal, shit dick! We hate shit dick! By slamming shit dicks! Boy George, shit dick! Freddie Mercury, shit dick!
All right, so yeah, they basically just go through and call a bunch of people gay.
It's going to be the weirdest reason that we've gotten a copyright strike.
I don't even think we're going to get one for it. I don't think we're even going to get one for it, man. I don't know who would even have the balls. I could just see some YouTube guy sitting there going, just sweating, going, oh, this is really bad. What do we do here? I'm not quite sure. He didn't play that long of it. It's just dirty words. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I mean, the worst thing is we won't be allowed to be played in North Korea, Cuba, Iran, and Syria. That's the worst thing that would happen. So life sucks. But wow,
Sometimes.
I now feel bad that we played that song while talking about Fred Rosser, who actually has come out as a gay man.
I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have made that connection, but now everyone has.
Well,
So, good job.
I did not mean to do that, and I actually like this guy. I think he's actually damn good. The whole Nexus thing, I don't think he belonged in it, to be honest with you. He didn't really fit in. I mean, you had some pretty heavy talent in there, but I get why they brought him in. He was, again, they were angry rookies. Nexus is what they were.
He got a tag team over in which his partner was Titus O'Neil. God bless him.
Very true. Very true. You're right. I actually like those guys. I hated their music. But what were they? Primetime players, right?
That's right. Making moves, making $1 million moves.
There you go. I actually like them. I mean, I think Titus is dangerous in the ring, but once again, I'll say he is a fucking great ambassador for that company. People seem to just gravitate towards Titus O'Neil. So there's nothing you can do about that, man. People just seem to love the guy. Outside of the ring, he must be an absolute joy to be around because people just love to be around him. And he's, like I said, an incredible ambassador for that company. So, listen, if he's out there making great money doing that and not putting his body through what everyone else is, I can't shit on the guy.
There you go.
I can't shit on anyone out there doing that and not putting their fucking body on the line. Nope, not at all. And loving what he's doing. He's out there doing charity work. He's out there doing this. You can see it on his face. He's loving the fact that the company is letting him do this. So, you can't shit on the guy for any of that. But I don't know about this whole New Japan WWE deal again. Let's just kind of come back and tie it up. It's not WWE style to be very... They don't play well with others, Mark. I don't know how else.
They do not.
I don't know how else to put it. They do not play well with others.
No, I mean, like I said, when they have partnerships with people, it's more of like 80-20 at best.
Right.
Like it's not a 50-50 deal. It's more of like, all right, hey, we're gonna show up to your house and we're going to eat your fucking lunch meat. You go through your bread and drink all your soda, and here we bought you a fruit tray.
Yeah. That's the. I mean, I don't know, and I mean, there was supposed to be a big deal with, they brought in Kenta to AEW. Where's that gone? Nowhere. So, you might have kicked down that forbidden door, but it looks like that door might have been kicked back closed again.
I could just picture Vince just like looking at their talent and just like kind of going through and profiling their roster and just being like, God damn it, pal. They're U.S. champion. He's a star. We should sign him. Like, Vince, you did. What did we make him do? You made him drive a hot dog cart and lose to an exploding television. Good shit. Good shit.
How did that not get over?
Big star.
Fuck is wrong with these people? God damn it. Fart jokes still popular? No. Shit. Shit. Thought they were. What about poop? Poop's always funny. No.
You get the dog to poop in their tank. People love it.
Oh, and it smells bad. Get it? Because poop smells bad.
It's amazing this guy owns a billion-dollar company.
A fucking 12-year-old owns the company and a fucking 70-year-old man's body. Well, let's go ahead and move on here, folks. They finally done it. We were waiting for it. It happened. Finally, mouthfuck Tom Phillips has been reportedly released by WWE.
I still have plenty more time for face fucking the shit out of you now that he is unemployed.
Oh, well, I guess he enjoys doing that on airplanes from what he tweeted.
I mean, who doesn't? I can see how it could happen. You run out of peanuts, so you get peanuts.
We are not naming the episode Peanuts or Penis. No. Maybe. Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. We could call it John Cenuts. All right.
There you go. I actually kind of partial to Cena's.
Oh, shit. All right. Let's, so Tom Phillips reportedly released by WWE. Again, this could be complete bullshit. Now, just to kind of touch on something here.
Oh, no.
Hey.
Don't grab the hair.
Well, it seems that WWE this week has let about 60 or more people go, according to, work with me here, people, according to WrestleNomics. They've been letting a lot of mostly WWE studios people go, but even a few people like the senior vice president, head of WWE studios, Susan Levison, who just, late March 2019, I think we talked about it when she was put on as that right there. We thought she was going to be a huge, kind of a big deal for the company because she's been in the movie business so much. But a lot of employees have been basically let go this week in the office, not wrestlers this time. Let's see here. It looks like there's an updated list of some of the key layoffs. Former International Vice President of Communications Dan Humphries, after 6 years with the company, was let go. WWE Advanced Media Group Executive Vice President Jaylar Donlin, after more than 8 years with the company. Former Senior Vice President of Production Brian Pelagato, after 9 years with the company. Former Executive Vice President of International Jay Rosenstock, just 2 years with the company. Vice President of Media Operations Makam Nolana. That's a tough name to say. 2 years with the company also. Former Content Director James Wortman, after 11 years with the company. and former senior vice president and head of WWE Studios. I just mentioned Susan Levison after 2 years with the company. So I don't know if they're trimming down WWE Studios.
My name is Josiah.
What the hell is that? Is that you?
I don't think so.
Well, I've got nothing playing on my computer. There's no one behind me, is there?
I mean, not that I'm willing to tell you.
I mean, I'm kind of unarmed.
I'm not going to further press as to what that means, so I'll just take your word for it. Like, I'm kind of unarmed.
Well,
I got a hand grenade just laying around here. In case.
No, they're in case.
I'm picturing you having a water cooler that just has like explosives.
No, I don't have any explosives. I do not mess with C4, or plastique or none of that shit. But again,
Jehovah's Witness, you say? Let me just reach in here. Mormons again, eh?
No, with them, I answer the door with a gun in my hand, a joint in my mouth, and a beer in my other hand, naked. That's how I answer the door when they come to the door.
I thought you were going to say a gun in your mouth, but you know what? This is kind of a bad time.
That's sometimes, it's not loaded at that point, but just for fun sometimes, maybe just
kind of in the middle of something here. Come back later.
Bullet sticking out of my mouth, just chewing on it like a toothpick. No, I don't really. I just tell them I'm Jewish, and they're like, "Oh, goodbye, burn in hell."
I actually had one come to the door the other day, and my crack security staff was eating her dinner, so she did not bark at them.
Very. I
was like, nice. Yeah, this is a great time for you to take a break when your services are actually needed.
Actually, a lot of times I let my wife answer the door because she grew up Mormon, and they're Mormon. I let her go talk to them. Yeah, I just let her do it. I'm like, yo, your people are at the door. They're not my people. I know, but they're there.
What do you mean, you people?
No, Super Sasha. We did not see the Baron. Jesus Christ, the Tony Khan promo. Tell me he's not going out there being Vince McMahon. Please tell me he's not going to be an on-air character. That's the last thing I want to see is Tony Khan as an on-air character. If you can find a link, you can post it. We'll play it.
Actually, alternate suggestion for a show title: Tony Khan Air.
Oh, interesting. We'll see. We will see. But Weeb says Mormon Bates plus Psycho.
Down to watch that movie.
Not bad. Not bad. But there you go. Again, I'm not sure what they're doing, but it looks like they are trimming down, or maybe they're dumping the studios at this point, man. I don't know. I can't see them dumping the studios because, I mean, that would mean that they have to admit failure.
Right.
And, WWE won't do that, but they may be. It looks like they could be. Go ahead.
I was seeing the thing ahead. I think they have like 2 buildings set up for that. And they're supposed to be building a larger singular building for like their creative and all of this kind of thing. So they might just be condensing buildings, so condensing their staff as they've been known to do. I guess in relation to that, though, I'll just throw this in here because I just sent it to you, but it's a little bit of a blip. One of the guys that they cut was Josiah Williams, who did the theme song for my personal favorite, old Camera Guy, and did a theme for NXT, the NXT takeover that was in February. He did that one. Played Adam Cole out to the ring once, so he's done a couple of performances for them.
Yeah, I actually did see that article, and I already had it pulled up before you even sent it to me. I remember us talking about him joining, what was it, a year ago maybe? So there we go. Pretty sad they're letting all these guys go. It seems like they just want one company doing all their music right now, which is that it's not CFO Shift 4. It's
It's not, but everyone says that. I like the idea that they're just perpetually haunting them at this point. It's like, yeah, it sounds like shit. It has to be CFO.
CFO Shift 4. But I don't know, man. I it's just weird what they're doing right now with their music. And let's face it, some of the music they got right now is just generic as shit. So,
well, that was a thing because Sunday on the High Marks they've been playing like wrestler trivia themes. Mm-hmm. So it's like from the 90s, from 2000s. This week they're playing modern day wrestling themes. I got like 2 or 3 of them right, and I was the winner. And this was out of like 10 or 15 songs. Jeez. So it's like these, like nowadays, it's just fucking unidentifiable.
Yeah, they're just because they all sound the same. I mean, you can get Seth Rollins' theme with the brr, brr, brr. You got the drums there, but I mean, I used to confuse Brock Lesnar and friggin' Roman Reigns' theme all the time back in the day. I'm sorry, guys. I had a little bit of a cold at the beginning of the week, and I'm still kind of getting over it. That's why I've been coughing so much lately. I was getting sick. Right. But yeah, the themes today are just shit, man, right now. But and they're not going to get better without having some talent there. This guy obviously was talented. They brought him in for a goddamn reason. He just had a YouTube channel that they brought him in off of, basically. Mm-hmm. And that's what made him. I mean, I got to tell you, just because a guy has a really popular YouTube channel doesn't mean maybe he can do the job you want him to do. And sometimes I think they just set these people up to fail. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes. Or they just, like anything else that they do, they sign this person so that another company won't have them. And they're like, we don't need you after all. Get out of here.
Yeah, they can have you if they really want you. And again, I mean, he did do this song for Sean Spears, the AEW Sean Spears over there. So, hey, maybe he will end up over there at AEW. And let me tell you something. They could use some help on there. I couldn't pick one of their themes right now, to be honest with you. I don't think I could.
Ironically, one of the ones that I could pick out was Moxley's theme, and then they got rid of it. So there you go.
Well, I could pick that one out. It's Wild Thing. Okay,
yeah,
you know what?
Before that, just the guitar.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 that I can pick out of AEW, and it's all the popular songs from the 80s and 90s, so or even before.
Which is, I think even before that, I think that's why every one of their theme songs started off with the wrestler in question talking. It was just like there's no other way to fucking figure out who is who.
Yeah, that's probably why they did. You're right. Probably to get people used to the theme, and then they can switch it after that. But I don't know, man. I mean, if we played, let's guess AEW themes, and I didn't play any of those 3, I don't think I could get any. I don't think I would. I might get lucky and get 1 or 2 just off of a lucky guess. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe he will end up over there. But it, like I said, it just seems like WWE sets people up to fail at times. Again, this guy had, I think I'm right. He just had a YouTube channel that he mentioned wrestlers in his songs. Mm-hmm. And they picked him up off of that. And they expected him to do this, bang up job on something that Jim Johnston was there for how many years? Like 20 something?
Oh, forever. Started in the 80s. I think he left sometime in 2000s.
Yeah. Well, just literally, I think he just left the last year or the year before. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. And it's just, a guy's there that long and you want him to take over that that's some big shoes to fill, man. That's big shoes to fill.
Until 2017. Oh, so he started in 85. It was. I don't know if he started with them in 85. But that's according to old Wikipedia.
Wow, it feels like we just talked about that. Man, I drink too much, and it just blurs together, man. Could be the weed. I don't know, man. But, yeah, there you go. But it looks like Kevin, in addition to the releases we were talking about, let me just kind of roll back a little bit. Kevin Dunn has merged a couple of the departments together. The merged departments are now being led by Kevin Dunn. And basically, it's him and Nick Khan that are going to pretty much be running everything from here on out. So, there you go. But like I said, WWE Studios was hit very hard by the releases this week. They were kept kind of quiet, I got to be honest with you. I didn't hear much rumbling about it. I didn't hear the usual, people going, how can you do this during a pandemic? I didn't see those people. Where are they?
Right. Well, that's kind of sort of interesting. Is I actually saw a pretty, and I'm going to paraphrase it since I'm too lazy to actually dig it up, but it was from Rob Van Dam. He was saying like every year after WrestleMania, WWE releases a shit ton of people, and every year people act surprised. It's like, well, he's got a point. Yeah,
I got to tell you, I'm this article is from Wrestling Inc. I'm looking at some of the comments here. None of those. How do you do this? WWE scumbags, Vince is a scumbag. I don't hear any of that. It's only when wrestlers are released. That's it.
Sure. I mean, it's still kind of shitty when you think about the amount of money that they're making, that there's like a mass exodus in their company, but...
Right. Now, rightfully so, a lot of the comments are shitting on Kevin Dunn, and again, rightfully so. They all call him Bucky Beaver like 20 times in here.
Of course.
Yeah, shit. Anyway, like I said, a lot of stuff, just a lot of changes going on in that company right now. It seems like they're tightening up a lot of things, looking to merge a few things. And listen, get back out to getting on the road. It's going to cost them money to get back on the road, so we'll see what happens there. Now, it looks, he did post that video real quick of the tone. I guess this is a tweet. Thank you, Super Sasha Baron Corbin, for this. This is a tweet that AEW put out ahead of tonight's live #AEW Dynamite at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central Time, and AEW DON, Double or Nothing on pay-per-view Sunday. Oh my God, Jesus Christ, I hate Twitter. AEW owner / President Tony Khan, a.k.a. the Forbidden Door. Oh, my God. Fuck this.
Wait, that's his nickname?
God,
because that just sounds like highly suggestive.
I want this Forbidden Door to fucking burn. Burn it down. Seth Rollins, where are you to burn this door down? He addressed the rumors of the relationship between WWE and New Japan and what this means to AEW. So, ties right into what we were just talking about. Once again, thank you, Super Sasha Baron Corbin. Here we go.
Set to go live on TNT tonight with AEW Dynamite at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. I introduce to you the CEO, the owner, the president of All Elite Wrestling and the Forbidden Door, Mr. Tony Khan.
Thank you very much, Tony. I appreciate it, Mr. Schiavone. And as we get ready to go live tonight on Dynamite on TNT, I just wanted to address, as the Forbidden Door, I read in The Observer today that New Japan Pro Wrestling apparently has had talks with WWE's president, Nick Khan. Well, Nick, I have to say, if you've been talking to New Japan Pro Wrestling for 2 months, you've gotten a lot done. But just in the last 2 weeks, I've had Yuji Nagata, Ren Narita, and Rocky Romero on AEW. I've reunited Roppongi Vice. I've had the New Japan IWGP US champion Jon Moxley defend the title successfully on our show, retaining it. And I have future plans with New Japan Pro Wrestling for the U.S. title. So you must have really gotten a lot done in the 2 months, Nick. In fact, I think there's only room for one Khan in the wrestling business, Nick. And it's me, it's Tony Khan. It's not some con man from Connecticut. Have a fun show tonight, Nick. See you on Dynamite.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Oh, I'm sorry.
I saw today OSW on YouTube. I always like their shit, but they did a video on Revolution, the AEW pay-per-view. And they said that the worst thing about AEW is how they just won't stop taking shots at WWE. And one of the guys said that if he goes to them to escape Vince, and it's like, that's a really good point. It's like if I'm watching them, I want to forget about the fact that I watched Raw recently. So like continuing to bring them up doesn't really do favors for anybody. This doesn't have like the same sort of pizzazz, I guess, as like when Heyman used to do like promos like this on like WCW or TNN or whatever. Like it just doesn't have that same bite to it.
Oh, it's a different time, dude. You know, it really is a different time right now. But I mean, it's pretty. I mean, listen, this is poking the bear a little bit, but notice they didn't mention Vince McMahon once. They went after Nick Khan. Tony Khan is going after Nick Khan. I kind of think this is pretty. This might actually be kind of genius in a way. We got Khan versus Khan. And I like that he called him a con man from Connecticut. I don't know. I mean, was this the smartest move? I'm not going to say it was. I really don't think it was. I personally wouldn't have done it. Again, I think poking that bear is not a good thing for them. I didn't like when they were doing all the references to WWE and poking fun at Vince with Brody Lee. I thought it was a little petty, vindictive, almost childish, to be honest with you, in my opinion. And I think this might fall into this little promo probably falls into the same category. But it was like, oh, look what you've done in 2 weeks and look what I've done. Oh, ew, ew, you're rubber, I'm glue. Ew.
Like, even at the same time, and I know this isn't within the last 2 weeks, but like, who was the one that tricked NBC into giving them a shit ton of money for almost no content?
Mm-hmm. Nick Khan.
Like, and I mean, that's the thing. Is like, okay, I kind of want to see what ends up happening after this, like what everyone else's sort of reactions are to this. Like, if this becomes a big thing and this gets a lot of people talking about AEW or whatever, then good.
Right.
But I feel like you wasted time on the go home show to your pay-per-view to promote another company, essentially. Because I feel like most people are going to know who Nick Khan is, but if they don't, let's just say that whatever reason you don't keep up with this kind of shit, and you hear somebody talking shit about Nick Khan, you're like, oh, who's this Nick Khan guy? And then you start looking him up, and then you start like, oh, I wonder what's going on in WWE these days, or what, whatever the fuck. Like, they could have potentially screwed themselves.
Well, it almost brings you back to, let's go ahead back to the beginning of the show. We're going to talk about Bischoff. Bischoff said the worst things he ever did. One of the worst things he ever did is when he announced Mick Foley is going to become champion because everyone turned the goddamn channel to see him face The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
It was a mistake. He never should have done it. He admits he never should have done it because it killed their ratings that week. Right. So, yeah, there's things you don't do. There was no reason to do this. Again, I find it phony con.
It's such a dumb pun, but I love it.
Yeah.
I couldn't help myself. As soon as I saw it, I started laughing. I enjoyed that. That was a good one, Weebs.
Glad you're here, Weebs. Always glad you're here, brother. Phony con. Yeah, I again, man, I mean, vindictive, childish, just unnecessary, in my opinion. Unnecessary.
Well, there's two things, though. Either this story turns out to be just a rumor, total bullshit. So then it turns out that you dedicated TV time to fake news, quote unquote, or it turns out to be true. Turns out to be true. Third try, got it. It turns out to be true, and now there's a promo of you just basically sounding butthurt because the girl that you liked left you for someone else. Like, this is the Matt Hardy when he's out there, when he ran over the fucking cardboard cutout of Lita when he was all pilled out of his mind.
I mean, listen, if New Japan wants to have a relationship with AEW and WWE, guess whose fucking, prerogative that is? New Japan's. Right. It's not yours, Tony Khan. Share, motherfucker. What the fuck is wrong, man? I'm sorry. I know some people are going to be like, yeah, it was a great promo. First of all, no, it wasn't. Tony Khan just is the most least intimidating man on earth, in my opinion. This is why I do not want to see him on television, ever, unless he's doing something, just coming out there and making an announcement. I don't want to see him as an on-air character. I hope he never is an on-air character. It's completely unnecessary. But again, this is fucking vindictive bullshit. You're right. You said the right word. He sounds like a butthurt guy whose woman is calling some other dude just to say hi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I guess we'll have to see where this goes. Again, I think the statement still rings true. WWE does not play well with others, so don't know what could actually happen here. Let's face it, WWE will get a talent over there. Suddenly they'll steal them away, and the fucking deal will be over. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
Pretty much. Like, yeah, fine. We'll just take, like, 2 of your top guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they'll do. And then it'll be over from there. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and roll on. Since we're in kind of the AEW mode right now, I'm going to bring this article up real quick, and then Smart's got a couple. We'll get back to mine again, and then we'll do that. But Cody Rhodes had made a statement earlier this week that all his promos were tested in a focus group. Yes, Mark. A focus group listens to his promos, is what he was saying. I guess he had a phone call that they were doing, a little media scrum that they were doing for this week's Double or Nothing coming up Sunday. And besides that, a lot of people were shitting on him for saying that his promos were through a focus group. And this is what Cody had to say in response to that. It's a little long, but I'm going to read it. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to chalk this up to me not knowing what the term focus group means, because I woke up this morning to a very large amount of people in my mentions, almost all of them with a Roman Reigns or Sasha Banks avatar, making fun of me for using the term focus group. I did not focus group this promo. What I intended to say, and I did not say correctly, so chalk this up to me being a dummy. Again, we're chalking things up here. I work on my promos very hard. A lot of the old-timers who said, oh, I was just doing it on the fly, I would say they worked on theirs very hard. Whether it be in the gym, whether it be in the car, looking in the rear view. So when it comes to my promos, the process is usually I voice memo it out to people. I trust the most the legends in our industry, some coaches and some members of management, and I like to see what they think, but absolutely not. There is no AEW focus group that is listening to my interviews. I would just, again, we're chalking something up. I would chalk up my passion and love for promos. I got to see a really great working relationship firsthand between Brian Gewirtz and The Rock, and I know that's an incredibly lofty passion, but it's one to shoot for, because him being such an exceptional entertainer in promo. So I like to take mine very seriously. I like to be all business about them. I just want to continue to deliver really good content whenever I put the mic to my lips. So
the takeaway is that multiple people heard the promo where he cries about his daughter being born in America. And said, yes, Cody, this is a good idea, which proves that there's either a lot of people with bad judgment or just people who aren't paying attention and just want him to go away.
Well, it sounds like he sent the promo to Dutch Mantel, Donald Trump, and every other conservative in the business. Maybe John, maybe Cena. I don't know. To me, it just sounds like he. Maybe Arn. I got a feeling Arn is on that side too. I don't know. I mean, okay. First of all, how can you not know what the word focus group means when you are literally in the television business? You sit back there and listen. You know what the fuck a focus group means. If you don't, you can go to fucking Google and look it up before you post it. You idiot. I'm sorry.
Well, because he's not concerned with a focus group. He's concerned with global penetration.
Exactly. They want global penetration. Who doesn't? I would like me some global penetration myself. But not done to me. Not done to me.
Fuck the world.
Right. Not done to me, of course. But that's first thing. And then you're going to go on and say, well, I just voice memo it out to some people. In other words, you just text it to a few people. I would say your wife. And if she says, this is so great, you roll with it. I believe that's what he's saying. It's just...
I hope that there's eventually a iPhone fucking leak of just text of Cody Rhodes sending people his promos.
Oh, that'd be great. But I got to tell you something though. In reading this, it's a lot of words with really no meaning. It's fucking gobbledygook, and then he brings up The Rock down here to try to get people back on his side again. It's a
Cody Rhodes promo. It's a lot of words with no real meaning, and then just a random reference.
Yes, it's a Cody Rhodes. This was another Cody Rhodes promo that he probably typed out and sent to his wife and Arn Anderson and fucking Dutch Mantel.
He's practicing his fucking press release in front of a mirror. It's like now when I said focus group, I might be a little bit of a dummy. Pause for a response. All right, and then...
My God, man. Literally, you really just made a fool of yourself. Again, Cody. Again. Foot inserted into mouth. And then, I hate to say, but this little whatever explanation of yours, just someone kicked your foot into your mouth further.
Oh my God, he was discussing the promo that was the fucking over-the-top pandering corny promo. That was the one specifically he was talking about.
Yeah.
Because I just read further.
Yeah.
He sent that promo to multiple people.
Multiple people. Like I said, Dutch Mantel. Definitely sent it to him. Arn. She was like, I'd add guns to it somewhere. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm very, very, very sorry.
Kind of getting kicked out of the fact that old John Cena is starting to sound a little bit more like his brother-in-law there, father-in-law, old Johnny Ace.
Oh, jeez. Hold on. I got a phone call from Universal.
Dude, this is a great promo.
One more hostage video. Okay, I can do it.
Can you tell the kid with the face paint to stop stealing my skateboard gimmick?
Jesus Christ. Skinny little fucker.
Was he ever beat? I was in Japan once.
Shit. All right. All right. You got something. This is going to be, man, we should have talked about this when we were talking about shit dick. The Ultimate Warrior article. Was that a transition or what?
Oh, wow.
The Ultimate Warrior. Well, the Warrior article. You said smart.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just post this here in the Mixler chat because this is basically just a fucking expose if I've ever seen one.
Oh, shit.
This poor guy, or well, not this poor guy, but this from the Sportster.com. This guy basically wrote a whole long just piece of tearing down the Ultimate Warrior, and I'm all about it because I think it's funny. But so we're gonna skip because this is a fucking essay and a half. But
yeah.
We'll do some of the bullet points here. The things Warrior said after he was done competing in the ring aren't merely hearsay. They're not wrestling stories told on podcasts and in shoot interviews that differ depending on who tells them. They were said in speeches given by Warrior himself on college campuses and transcribed. Easy for me to say, except that it wasn't, although attempts have been made to scrub Warrior's hateful words from the internet. They're still out there. Here's a brief rundown. Mind you, again, brief is what you want to keep in mind when I read through this laundry list of offensive things. Here's a brief rundown of some of the more troubling and infamous things he said. He called victims of Hurricane Katrina, which killed almost 2,000 people and left thousands more homeless, quote, lazy, and said they deserve to suffer the way they did. Classy guy. Spoke out against the work of Martin Luther King Jr., claiming he plagiarized his speeches and wanted to, quote, to see a race of people freed completely from discriminate oppression. said some incredibly offensive things about homosexuality, taking great pleasure in gay men and women speaking out against him being removed from the building, believes it would be a good thing, or believes it was a good thing after Heath Ledger killed himself, as it allowed his son to make a quote full recovery. This one is especially odd as it appears to be based on nothing more than Ledger playing a gay character in Brokeback Mountain, and here potentially the most classy one, claimed Bobby Heenan suffering from throat cancer, which would eventually lead to his death, was karma. Apparently, probably for the self-destruction of the Ultimate Warrior DVD, because he said a lot of unfavorable things about him.
Okay. Yes.
And then he links to transcripts of everything that he said, word for word. So, like, this is a very detailed smear piece.
It is. It really is. Wow. Listen, no one's ever said Warrior was a great person. No one outside of the ring. No one ever said he was a great person in the ring. Let's put it that way. No one's ever said he's a great person at all. Yes, he has made some outlandish statements, but he looked like he had got past all that. He looked, in my opinion, let me just get this out.
Sure.
His wife seemed to have changed him. Dana Warrior. When he married her, he seemed to have become a different person. And listen, Warrior, no, I don't think he ever apologized for any of that. I really don't. But, man, he really just wanted to make amends. He came back to WWE after they made that video of him. He made amends. He spoke to Hulk Hogan. The guy looked like he was definitely trying to be a different person. And again, if you listen to that last speech he made, it's like he knew his time was coming.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's face it. Let's be honest here. All of our time is coming. We just don't know when. He looked like he knew his time was short, coming soon. Listen to that speech he gave. I'm not going to play it. I might fucking cry if I do. But listen, no one is putting Warrior up on this fucking pedestal of being this great man who went out there and fought for civil rights and did this and that. No, he was a flawed person who was a beloved character on a show. And when he came back, they made tons of videos of him making amends with people. And it was what it was. No one ever has said that he's a great person. Yes, I know he made all those statements, and I'm sure they can be fact checked. Some of them might be taken out of context, maybe, but I don't know, man. To do this to a guy after he's gone is pretty shitty, in my opinion. I first of all like to say that it's pretty shitty to do to this guy, but. Again, no one's called this guy a great guy, but when he came back and did what he did and said what he said, he was trying to make amends. He was trying to be a better person. And look, I believe in second chances, and I think the guy was trying to get that second chance before he passed. So that's where I'm at on it. I'm going to leave it there.
Fair enough. What's interesting is that A&E is doing a documentary on him.
Right.
But also, yesterday was the Dark Side of the Ring episode, which I have not seen yet. However, Dana Warrior referred to it as, quote, smut and filth, which you were talking about the other day, a match in NXT where you would gladly pay for the network again just to see it. I would gladly pay about $10, as you put out, to see this episode of Dark Side of the Ring, just based on the strength of Dana Warrior saying that it's smut and filth, because that just means that it's probably truthful. So I'm all about trying to see this.
What I didn't care for is Dark Side of the Ring actually made a T-shirt that says smut and filth. Smut and filth. That's a hard word for me to say tonight. So they're profiting off of it also.
Well, there you go. But just more than anything, I'm curious, as I would like to watch them both like back to back, just to see how different tonally speaking they are, because I imagine it's going to be two very different documentaries.
I imagine so. And listen, like I said, Warrior has said some really outlandish shit, and I will never defend it. I'm not going to stick up for it. But when can we not give someone a second chance? I know we're in the cancel culture, but he's gone. He's not going to say anything else outlandish. It's not going to happen. And the guy was looking for a second chance. That's all he was looking for. And he gave WWE a second chance after the self-destruction of Ultimate Warrior, which, let's face it, that was a fucking hit piece and a half. I mean, we reviewed it on the Hollywood Hangout, so it was a hit piece on him. And I think this article is too, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't argue that. Was actually, I kind of said that before I started reading any of it. It's just we both have two different, and I see your point, to be fair. We just both have two different sort of opinions about the guy and, his legacy and just sort of what to do with it now the fact that he's gone. It's like I could agree with you in the sense that there are better things to spend time and energy on. That's certainly fair. There's actual, well, I'm not going to say actual, but there are living villains that you can actually try to take down.
Yeah. Everywhere, all over the place. But I don't know, man. It's just pretty shitty, in my opinion, to do this to the guy. We've already had the hit piece. You can go on YouTube and look up a lot of those statements that he said right there. So it's not like anyone is trying to erase anything that happened. But I don't know. Do you have to bring him up every time you do a documentary on the guy? Oh, look, plus he was a complete scumbag. Does it have to be like that?
Well, I mean, to be fair, that is kind of worth mentioning.
I know.
I mean, you got to do it. You got to do it in parts. Because I feel like you got to tell the whole story. You can't just be like, this guy's a giant asshole. It's like, yeah, this guy or was at one point. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't towards the end. Who knows? But, he did say those things and do that stuff. So you have to at least cover the fact that, yeah, he was a huge star for sure. And he was just partially responsible for a big boom period in wrestling. That's undeniable.
Right. But you can also separate a character from Jim Hellwig. That was his name, right? Did I say the last name correctly? Yeah. I think I did.
You're right. Jim Hellwig.
For some reason, I thought it was different. You can separate Ultimate Warrior from Jim Hellwig. Jim Hellwig was a crazy sumbitch. Ultimate Warrior was a pretty cool character who ran to the ring and did crazy shit, and we liked it. Done. Mm-hmm. Done.
This is
separation.
True. This is very true.
Ultimate Warrior did not say those comments. Jim Hellwig did. Terry Bollea does not have a 10-inch cock. Hulk Hogan does. See my point, Mark? Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
I don't either.
No, but
I don't either.
Well, no, this is a little bit more of a positive note, since things got a little tense there. This was a heated debate. No, I saw they've been posting a lot of, and I want to look it up so I can give them proper credit, but there's been an influx of people making a compilation video for various years wrestling commercials. So like wrestling commercials from 1992, 96, 85, that kind of thing. Well, I've been watching them on YouTube lately because it's a good little slice of nostalgia. And there was a commercial for Suburban Commando with Hulk Hogan. And they list him in the trailer as, quote, Terry Hulk Hogan. And it made me fucking laugh my ass. Like, nobody believes that his real name is fucking Terry Hulk Hogan.
No. But it was probably something in the contract at the time that they had to put it like that. I would imagine. But I don't know, man. Like I said, man, sometimes we got to separate. Ultimate Warrior said this. No. Ultimate Warrior was a guy who went out there, snarled, and cut crazy promos. And went out there in the ring, had very quick squash matches, and that was it. Jim Hellwig, the crazy man behind the character, said it. Got to separate. You got to separate.
Are you telling me that you got to keep them separated?
Absolutely. You gotta keep them separated. Offspring, right? Offspring.
That's right.
There
It used to
you
be
go.
Raven's theme song in ECW.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. So, but anyway, I that's a really, man. There's a lot. That's a deep subject. We've got that's actually a deep subject right there, man. It's just, I think you need to separate the guys, though. I think you need to separate the character from the person. You know, and yeah, he was a loony guy who said some crazy shit. A lot of people have said some really crazy shit. Mel Gibson has said some crazy shit. But I'll still watch fucking Lethal Weapon. Yeah, there you go. Weeb says David Richardson is married with kids, not Boxman. No, Boxman is too. Trust me, my wife can hear me. Okay, Boxman is
there you go.
Married also with 3 kids and about to be moving very soon. Oh, I hate moving. But speaking of moving, Smark, go ahead and roll on to this next little thing I've got here. WWE has announced 3 more locations for its 25-city tour that they're starting back on in July. We know they're going to be here in Houston, Dallas, and Fort Worth very soon, coming in July. Keeping the July going. The 23rd, you're going to get Friday Night SmackDown in Cleveland, Ohio at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse in Cleveland. Raw will be at T-Mobile Center in Kansas City, Missouri. And we're going to get another SmackDown again right there in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Target Center. So they are really, really going back on the road full force. So good for them, man. Good for them. And I'm glad AEW is doing the same thing, starting to get back on the road. Again, man, we got to get it's going to be real nice to see fans back in the arena. Again tonight, even on SmackDown, they're piping in the stupid chants, the "you suck," and this. It's just, I'm done with them pushing the narrative. I've got to hear the fans back again, man. I've got to hear the fans back. And I got a feeling you're going to hear a lot more fans cheering for a Roman Reigns than you think.
I'm just disappointed that there's never been like a miscue of somebody pressing the wrong button. You have like Bianca Belair talking about how great of a pleasure it was to win the title in front of her parents, and then somebody just like hits the boo button by mistake.
You suck. You're fired. Okay.
Somebody going rogue in the sound booth. I would like it.
Yeah, Christopher Kane says he's not going to any shows yet. There's too many crazy right-wing anti-vaxxers out there. I hate to tell you this, Christopher Kane, but my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, is a loony liberal and completely anti-vax. It ain't just us right-wing crazy people out there. There's more. She is very anti-vax. Her kids aren't vaccinated. My kids are vaccinated.
Although, I mean, if he doesn't want to go to a show with like fans there because of the fear of safety concerns, I hear CZW starting up again. He'll be safe there.
Yeah, there shouldn't be anyone there. You can easily, do a social distance there. There's, you'll have plenty of room. You might even have your own row. Might even have the whole arena to yourself at a CZW show. God.
I have to send you, and I have to post it in the chat here as soon as I find it. They came out with a new, like, revamped logo. One of the best comments was like, "Did you do this on MS Paint in 2000?" It was fucking amazing because the logo was blurry and distorted.
Oh, what is that guy's name?
And it was from their official page.
Why can't I
DJ Hyde?
DJ Hyde. I couldn't think of his name. Me and Gene have talked to him multiple times. He really drove that company into the fucking mud, dude. He really did. He has and has been. And I mean, listen, I gotta say one thing. Even on the old THT, he used to ask me about it, and he would just dodge the question, plug the show coming up. The guy is a master at plugging, DJ Hyde, a master plugger. Take that how you will. But
I gotta say, and I've heard those shows, and I gotta give Shaheen a lot of credit on that one because I had a lot of fun just listening to him just grill the man.
oh, and I gotta tell you, the best interview we did with DJ Hyde is the lost interview we did with DJ Hyde. My computer updated, and I lost power that night. Also, I think it was during the update. And that last thing I saved before I, went to bed and the update happened was never saved to the computer.
Oh.
So the best interview with DJ Hyde was never heard. And it's
sort of poignant in a way. It's like the best DJ Hyde interview is the one nobody's listened to.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's probably better at this point. But yeah, it's really good to hear WWE jumping back on the road. I'm really happy about that. Like I said, they're pushing their own narrative at this point, and I'm very happy that we're going to be able to hear oh God, that logo is awful.
It really is. It really is.
The Renaissance of tradition. What the fuck does the Renaissance of tradition even mean exactly? Seriously, the Renaissance of what?
Let's break this down. Let's look up Renaissance.
I seriously was about to look up the way to use the word Renaissance. I really was about to. You go for it, Smart. Go for it, please.
Let's see. Renaissance definition. Here we go. Okay, from old Merriam-Webster, the Dave Meltzer of dictionaries. The transition. Well, okay. So the transitional movement in Europe between the medieval and modern times, beginning in the 14th century in Italy, lasting into the 17th century, and marked by the humanistic revival of classical influence expressed in a flowering of the arts and literature, and by the beginnings of modern science. B, the period of the Renaissance. Thank you, that's helpful. C, the neoclassical style of architecture prevailing during the Renaissance, often capitalized a movement, here we go, 2 is more appropriate, a movement or period of vigorous artistic and intellectual activity. Which, I mean, if that doesn't sum up CZW, I don't know what does.
Yeah, this is still awful. The wording, I'm sorry, Renaissance does not belong in a company like CZW. That's not a word. That's too big of a word for their fans. Let's be honest here. Let's be really honest here. Most of their fans do not know what Renaissance means. They know the movie Renaissance Man, maybe.
So it's vigorous artistic and intellectual activity of tradition.
See, it's the
maybe they're being literal about this. Maybe they're actually going to have their shows at Renaissance fairs.
Maybe. Oh, Renaissance festivals. There you go. Come ye all, watch the joust.
I would actually watch that,
dude. I gotta tell you, I've been to many Renaissance festivals. I used to go with the strippers from the strip bar. I used to go to.
Fucking oh my god! I would watch that. Like I can't even remember his name, but the chubby guy used to be like the world champion. But I'd watch him joust somebody.
The chubby guy, Jimmy Lloyd, possibly.
You know what? Jimmy Lloyd works too. Matt Taven.
Okay.
Matt Taven.
Okay, I don't think Lloyd has been the
Matt Tremont, not Matt Tremont, not Matt Taven. I don't know why I purposely remembered Matt Taven. That was a mistake.
Oh, Matt Tremont.
Matt Tremont fucking jousting somebody. I would watch that.
I think he would do it. By the way, Tremont's a little crazy. I like Tremont. I do. He's a good guy. He's actually a really good guy. We've talked to him a couple of times too. Really cool guy. Cool guy, good guy. Promotion. He's got still running H2O. That promotion of his, still running it.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Kane says I said something hurtful. Oh well.
Are we at war with the British? Apparently, I mean, according to AEW.
AEW is the only way we're at war with the British. So that's it. Cody Rhodes himself is at war with London. I don't know if you know that or not. Cody Rhodes is taking on London for us, for America. for America.
He's going to be like the anti-D'Lo Brown. Like, remember back in the day when D'Lo Brown won the European title, he would just like cut promos in various European cities, just walking around the town. Like Cody, there's going to be like promos like Cody Rhodes flipping off Big Ben.
Hey, look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. Big Ben, Parliament.
Fucking taking a sledgehammer to one of those phone booths that they always use on the WWE stages.
Just ordering fish and chips and throwing it on the floor.
I think the Clash were overrated. Nah.
Goddamn fish and chips. All right. I like the Clash. Don't fuck with the Clash. You'd have to... Dude, if you mess with every British musician, you're going to have a lot of fucking musicians to go for.
Mm-hmm.
We had the British invasion and it fucking lasted into the 80s, man.
Not only that, but he'd have old Luke Burge coming after him. You don't want that.
Oh, no. You don't want that. Where's Kip Sabian in all this? Isn't he British?
I think so, but I think he might be injured. I could be wrong.
Oh, well, yeah, I forgot. Miro injured him. That's right. So, all right. So, let's go ahead and hit the last story, and then I guess we'll get into SmackDown. This is man, we've been talking news for, oh my God, way longer than I thought. There's been a lot of stories here that I didn't think we had a lot of news for tonight, but it seems like we did. So, there's a rumor going around, Smark, about a match for SummerSlam this year. Roman Reigns versus John Cena is what they're thinking. Now, these are rumors Wrestling Observer has put out, so who knows if it's really true. They're saying there are no plans for the Jimmy Uso versus Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell pay-per-view coming up very soon, June 20th. But it looks like they're looking to do that match. Now, we have said Cena's coming back. We have also said that the word is that Cena is coming back just to plug the new show he's doing. So, we've got a lot of stories here. And Christopher Kane says John Cena is getting canceled. Christopher Kane, download the show, listen to the beginning. You'll have fun with that. But, yeah, I don't see this. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but I don't think it will. I think this is bullshit. What do you think, Smart?
I mean, it's possible, I guess. But yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. I don't think this is going to happen either.
Okay, yeah, just one of those things. And there's also there was rumors of a guest host who do they even say who the guest host could be? They don't. In this article, I'm reading it. They skipped that part.
Right. Yeah, I've seen a lot of rumors that were more like, Roman Reigns versus The Rock, but they were setting that up more for not next year, but the year afterwards,
right,
when it's going to be in LA.
Right. But, I just don't see, first of all, I mean, yeah, they cut promos on each other once, and I think that was fine. But, by the way, I'm not sure if I'm crazy, but didn't, like, a month ago they said John Cena was coming to Raw 2 weeks ago?
About it because he was supposed to be promoting his movie, not Fast and Furious, but the other one.
Did I miss something? Did I not see John Cena 2 weeks ago on Raw? No, I didn't. Has he been there that I've missed, or did they false advertise this guy?
They did. There was the old bait and switch.
I don't remember seeing him. I guess things changed because they just kind of stopped, never talked about it again. But, I mean, they advertised it, they announced it, they said it on Raw and SmackDown, and suddenly it was gone, and now it's, I believe, 4 weeks later, maybe even 5, and no John Cena. No John Cena.
Maybe
I'm
he was
sorry.
there, we just can't see him.
I'm sorry. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry, John Xina.
Old John Xina.
Old John Xena. Old John Xenophobia. But, yeah, so that's the rumored match for SummerSlam. Again, I don't think this is going to happen. I think, I know there's no plans right now for Jimmy to face Reigns, but I think it would make the most sense. But who knows what's going to happen here? Maybe it'll be Jimmy and Jay. Who knows? What the fuck? I don't even fucking know anymore. But I think this story
triple threat match
could be, but I doubt it. But I think this Cena Roman is bullshit. I think Cena's coming back to promote his show and promote his movie, and I think that's all he's doing. He's got a TV show already, the Wipeout TV show, Total Wipeout or whatever it is. He's got movies going on right now. He's doing promotions for and calling Taiwan a country, which we kind of proved it is. Oh shit, we're gonna get canceled. But you know, he's got a lot going on. You think he has time to fucking do I mean, I bet if we go to IMDb, he's got more movies lined up for the year. I'm not doing it. Don't ask me. I'm not doing it. It's not going to happen. But I'm sure he does. I just don't see this happening. If it does, yeah, whatever.
How great would it be, though, if he did come back and he came out to the song Wipeout?
Oh, the laugh at the beginning and everything? That would be great.
Mm-hmm. That's his new gimmick. He's a surfer now.
Oh.
Like, that'd be... Oh, shit, you bring Johnny Ace back. You got, like, the return of the dynamic dudes. You got the surfer and you got the skater.
Yeah. Christopher Kane says, I guess he's watching AEW. He says Joey Janela looks out of shape. Christopher Kane, he was never in shape unless that shape was round that you're talking about. That's the shape Joey Janela's pretty much always been in. I
bet you literally could have copy and pasted that comment any other week. Like, there's certain shit where if you listen back to it, you're like, oh, I could tell it was right around this time because he said this. But if you just take the quote, Joey Janela looks out of shape, I fucking when? Anytime within the last 5 years.
He admits he's out of shape. But, yeah,
He giveth no fuck. And, I mean, he's doing well for himself. You've seen his girlfriend.
He likes some young, I believe is the word we could say for that. Not like, you know, not like too young.
Yeah, not Memphis young.
Not right. Not who's the guy I'm thinking of? The weird the guy with no chin.
Fucking Jamie Dundee.
No, the guy that was on Raw then got fired and then was sending
Velveteen.
No. My God, why can't I think of his name?
Oh, fucking James Ellsworth.
Thank you, Ellsworth.
We got there.
Thank you.
What does that say about WWE? Where it's like, who was the guy who was like a pedophile that worked for them? And that took me like 5 tries before we got to the one you were thinking of.
Yeah, Weebs knew who we were talking about. Exactly. That's a scary fucking thing right there, dude. Holy hell.
Let's see. John Cena's IMDb. He's got the Suicide Squad. He completed it.
Okay, so there's going to be...
I don't know if it's supposed to come out this year or not. Vacation Friends, which sounds fucking terrible, is in post-production.
Oh, yeah. So he's going to have...
So he's got all kinds of irons in the fire.
He's got all kinds of promotion to do for these movies, too. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, hopefully he doesn't...
Okay, we're going to have to... I don't know if this is going to be good or not, but I needed to know what Vacation Friends was about, because it sounds like a really terrible title. So I'm just going to read the description for the first time. A couple meets up with another couple while on vacation in Mexico, but their friendship takes an awkward turn when they get back home. I don't know what the genre is. I'm assuming it's a comedy. Yeah, it's a comedy.
Oh, this is the one where they get that look, and they're like, you want us to do what? With who?
Well, yeah, I can already tell what this movie is going to be because it's the first 2 people that are billed. It's John Cena and some white blonde lady, and then everybody else is a person of color. So I can already tell you exactly what this movie is going to be about.
The wife's going to get blacked. That's what's going to happen, Spark.
That too, which I mean, maybe Brad Maddox will show up in this movie.
Hey, what's Xavier Woods doing in this movie too?
Tell you what, that guy's taking the world by storm.
Is that
But
right?
yes, Cena will absolutely, definitely be the out of touch, unhip white guy who tries to rap.
Is that Ryback recording? Holy shit. Okay.
You can tell it's Ryback because he's wishing death on people as he records.
There you go. And eating as he's doing it. Okay. That's going to be
As
an
Christopher
interesting...
Kane says, doesn't count if on vacation. Of course. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
There you go. Different area code, Weep says. You guys are just a bunch of fucking scumbags. Okay. I expect nothing less from this chat room. And I hope you don't either, everyone. All right. I guess we can go ahead and get into SmackDown a little bit. Plus, we've got a little thing, a little short audio to play when we get around to it. So we had John Cena's hostage video, right, Smark?
That's right.
I think we got Jey Uso's hostage video tonight when Roman was talking to him a couple of times.
I'm disappointed that that's not how SmackDown started. It was just them playing the John Cena apology video. With the little last week at filter at the bottom, the lower third graphic just says last time.
And then you should have seen Roman and Jay laughing. Paul Heyman just sitting there like, oh, I don't know what to do about this. Holy shit.
I'm terribly sorry to everyone who I've offended. Are you ready for a good time?
Oh, God. But Jey Uso also looked like he was in a hostage video. Pretty much the whole night. Pretty much the whole night of SmackDown tonight. Once again, though, Jay just has this look on his face like Roman asked him to whack Jimmy. He's like, man, I can't whack my brother, man. I mean, who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? Sammy Gravano or something? No, I'm not going to do that. But it just, do you not get that vibe? Just me?
Can't do it, Oos.
Can't do it, Oos. Oh, my God. By the way, if you had to take a shot every time you heard the word Oos tonight, you probably are not listening to this show because you're passed out.
1 Oos, 2 Oos, red Oos, blue Oos.
One fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. I get it.
I was watching NXT in a chat room, and when Hit Row was doing the promo about going after every champion, somebody just wrote, "We want all the belts, Oos," and I was just picturing Jey Uso just appearing alongside of them, be like, "That's right."
Meanwhile, I do got to say the promos that both of the Usos cut tonight in their match with the Street Profits coming up next, which might as well just fold it in there. And the Street Profits didn't. To be honest with you, I think the Usos really, really out-talked the Street Profits tonight, who are a very entertaining team. But I love the passion, and with Jay, he's just screaming out his promos. Jimmy was good tonight, even with a Super Mario Brothers reference. I thought it was pretty cool. I really liked their little promos before the match.
Yes, I've kind of come to the conclusion that for as much as I enjoy watching Montez Ford wrestle, I as much dislike hearing Montez Ford do a promo. Because it seemed like they were just the SmackDown version of Miz and Morrison, where their whole goal was just to be as loud and as annoying as possible, but yet somehow they're the faces. So it just made no sense.
I got to say, I believe if you did not give Montez Ford a script, he would be 95% better, if not 100% better.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yep. Unfortunately, that's the problem, is he just doesn't have a chance to actually express himself. But as it stands, it was kind of a rough promo. And yes, I noticed that as well, that one of the Usos mentioned Super Mario Brothers, which kind of clashed with their entire vibe of how they're just not taking shit anymore, and the Uso Penitentiary is back in effect, and this, that, and the third. And then it's we're going to have Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. What the hell does that mean?
You feel like they're back, but you got to remember, Jay also said, even though I'm with Jimmy tonight, Roman, I'm still with you. And and now they got the title match coming up next week, which they're not going to win. So I think Roman's going to end up getting involved in that and causing them the loss. I don't know about you. That's kind of where I see it going, though.
Yeah, I could see that happening because we had that whole promo. I'm sorry, I didn't get a big hiccups there, but we had the whole promo of just him telling Jay that he's better than this. He like the first match he has back with his brother. They're the opening match. He's not going to be main event Jey Uso anymore if he keeps this up. Like he even said we'll figure something out about your brother.
No,
like, we'll find something for him. Just,
I think
whatever.
I think the best line of that segment was, "I just don't want people to look at you and go, which one were you again?"
Right.
I thought that was I'm like, damn. And Jay just had this look on his face like, damn. Dude, this is Stockholm Syndrome completely. Wow, we just actually went through like 3 or 4 segments there that I had notes on, so that was pretty good. But we cut that down a lot. But this was a really good match. It was a long match with the Street Profits and the Usos. 2 full commercial breaks and almost up to another commercial break, enough to where the Riot Squad didn't even get an entrance. They came back and the match was already in progress with Natalya and Tamina. I mean, that really kind of tells you who's going to win the match right there, in my opinion.
Right, and they jumped poor old Tamina.
They did. I still, for some reason, I still think Ruby Riott is hot as hell. I don't know why.
I don't understand it. Not how she could be attractive. She looks good to me as well. But like the whole idea was like when they were challenging for the titles in that whole fucking god awful tag team turmoil match. Like it seemed like a lot of people wanted them to win. It seemed like a lot of people were really getting behind them and liking them. And it's like, why can't you just let them be faces? Like nobody wants this fucking Tamina Natalya team to be faces. Like how are they the sympathetic underdogs? Like their whole story is just that they've been there for a while and haven't accomplished anything. Like, that's a lovely story for your tag team.
Yeah, and then, and you're right, a lot of people were pushing for them to win and thought they should have won that whole tag team turmoil match. And I would have been fine with that, to be honest with you. But they just don't seem to want to. But I think the Riot Squad is good. I hope eventually they're going to put those. I mean, there's no reason not to. No reason not to put the titles on them, man. Absolutely none. When you've got them on Tamina and Natalya, who is a thrown-together team.
Right. And, like, it literally just looked like the SmackDown version of Shayna and Nia.
Right. Which I'm surprised we didn't see this week on SmackDown, too. It's just the way it goes. But, time to change the baby. The diaper, So anyway.
I don't think that works for you as a catchphrase.
No.
I think you're gonna have to retell "Time to change the baby." Yeah, that's not gonna sell a T-shirt.
You don't think so?
We'll put them out. We'll do a test run. We'll get some focus groups together. We'll see who Cody uses.
Oh, there you go. Well, okay, I'll send it to Dutch Mantel and Arn, and I don't know. I think my out of beer out of here is a better one.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Those were supposed to be T-shirts. Never happened. Anyway, we get the Bianca Belair versus Carmella match here. Bayley's on commentary. My older son now is waiting to say goodnight to me. So, Smark, take over real quick for just a second, and then we've got the audio we'll jump into in just a second here.
You've got it, because what could anybody possibly want more to do with their Friday night on a 3-day weekend than watch a Carmella match? So that is what we got. We had a Carmella match with Bayley on commentary, and basically the whole sort of crux of commentary was based on Bayley talking about how much of a terrible, awful cheater that Bianca Belair is for, how she used her hair to win the match at that pay-per-view. So that was kind of what ended up happening there. The match itself was what you would expect from a Carmella match. Like, nobody got injured, but it also wasn't very good. So, yeah, what can you do?
Not much, but Bayley was awfully animated on commentary, Smart. Let me get this volume turned. Ooh, my mic is a little loud there. Let me get this volume turned up just a little bit here on this, and we'll play this little clip you sent me here. I think it's, 17 seconds? Yep.
Yeah, something like that. It's from the finish. So if you haven't had a chance to watch Carmella versus Bianca Belair and you wish to, A, why, and B, avert your ears for a second.
First of all, really quick before this video, this match should have been a squash. Bianca Belair never should have had to struggle to beat Carmella. I don't give a fuck if she's a former champion. This match should have lasted 3 fucking minutes at the most, in my opinion. Just the way I think. But here we go, the end of the match right here.
For the code of silence, her submission move.
Bayley, you don't have a problem with Carmella. Carmella probably doesn't like the spot that you're in, though.
Oh, good. I don't care.
Should? I don't think you should,
I don't care what anybody thinks.
Uh-oh, look at Bianca. Carmella face plant. Cover now by Bianca.
Bianca? Bianca, you stupid idiot! Her name is Bianca Belair!
Here is your winner, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. The kiss of death, the KOD by Bianca Belair.
Oh, poor Michael Cole.
I'll always be here for people yelling at poor old Michael Cole.
Michael Cole said
Belanca.
He fucking screwed up, but it was good. Bayley's a heel. It was a good heel move to catch him and shit on him a little bit, though.
Kind of reminds me of the character from Street Fighter, Blanca.
Ah, very good. Very good. Forgot about that. Is that her name? No, you're right. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. So there you go. But I also thought a good touch of the match was after Bianca won, Bayley just wouldn't give her a minute to just enjoy the moment. She's just screaming into the ring at her. Thought that was a nice little heel move too. Nice little touch at the end of the match there.
Yeah.
And even Bianca.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, even Bianca got that little kind of this bitch look on her face.
Yeah, 'cause she proceeded to get up on the announce table, standing up on the announce table, just shouting into the ring, which that's kind of a go-to for her. She likes getting on tables. She's much like a cat in that regard. But from what the Discord of Scuttlebutt is, we mentioned this before, it seems like it's going to be leading to potentially a hair versus hair match, which might be interesting.
Yeah. Then again, it might not be.
True.
Yeah,
true.
Might not be.
It's really more just fan service for people like me who like women with buzz cuts. Anyways,
I get it. Listen, I get it. Rollins in another great suit calls out Cesaro. We find out it's Rollins' birthday. I still like that. Rollins is losing his fucking mind, and I love it. Let me just put it that way.
This suit, I feel like the suit is my favorite of the suits that he's worn.
Really?
It seems like every week this man tops himself. Because basically, if you haven't seen it, I'll go look for it on Twitter here. But for those who haven't seen it, that decided not to watch SmackDown, I understand. But he is wearing basically a suit version of a Hawaiian shirt.
Right.
He has a floral print, and he's got neon, very, very, very bright, kind of neonish blue, green, purple flowers on the suit. And then he has a very bright purple shirt on underneath it, and I believe purple pants, or were the pants match the suit?
I think the pants match the suit. I think. I'm not sure. You might want to.
Yeah. Pants match the suit. That's right. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Just, but today really was his birthday, May 28th. I know it's already the 29th in most parts of the country right now. But I'm in Texas, and it's still 11 p.m. here. So there was that. We had the Apollo, obviously with Commander Aziz versus Kevin Owens match. I believe tonight was Amazing selling by Kevin Owens after he took that spike from Aziz, with Aziz interfering in the match and giving Owens the spike and letting Apollo win the match. Well, it was a DQ, so whatever. But Owens sold the fuck out of that. Even later in the show was still selling that he couldn't, that he was still choking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he cut a whole big promo in the trainer's room.
Right.
Where he's just, what? Apollo. Oh, he's basically doing his best, Johnny Ace.
Yeah, you gotta do a good Johnny Ace, Go ahead.
Can you imagine? Like, I hope to God that he someday does like a biography and then does the audiobook version of it.
It would be nice. I think he should read the Super Dave Osborne documentary.
He's kind of like the anti-Bobby Anthem, where like he does his voice isn't like soothing or powerful at all. It's just like very raspy and annoying.
Yeah, there you go. All right, I can see that.
Because you get a certain power with Bobby, and then with Johnny Ace, you get a certain. It just sounds like somebody fucking put like a sander against his vocal cords.
Yeah, you go literally from hard to limp right away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just throwing that out there. Anyway, let's go to Rick Boogs. Introducing
I'm
Nakamura.
convinced at this point Pat McAfee is purposely calling him Rick Boobs. I can't prove it, but it sounds like he's purposely like blurring the pronunciation.
He might be a little bit. I got to tell you, man, just to sidetrack a little bit. When you're watching SmackDown, right, and they show the match, and you kind of catch a glimpse of Pat McAfee in the background, standing up, excitedly watching the matches, kind of a good feeling. I hate to tell you.
Yeah. Yes. Well, it's kind of the funny thing is like when they trotted him out the same week they brought out Adnan Virk to do the Raw commentary. And I distinctly remember saying that enjoy Pat McAfee because he's not sticking around. Like I thought for sure that he was going to end up having the tenure that Adnan Virk ended up having, because I figured like he just was going to do his own thing and he wasn't going to listen to people yelling in his ear about say this, say that, blah 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 blah.
Right.
But so far he's managed to stay on board. He actually sounds like he is a person and not a robot, and he seems like he's enjoying himself. So it's kind of contagious.
Yeah, and again, man, he's up, he's animated, he's screaming, he's yelling, he's getting into things. Again, he's standing up, just, because, this is too exciting to sit down. And Cole's just sitting there like, I got a script here, pal. Can you sit, please? Excuse me.
That might be like a sad thing to chart. Is just follow along as poor Pat McAfee's soul just gets crushed. After having to do this week after week, like fast forward like 3 or 4 years, and he's just looking at his shoes the entire time.
Could be, but you're right. Right now, Pat is definitely. I think he really fit in really well. But yeah, and he did the same thing with Nakamura's entrance. He's jumping up on top of Cole, and Cole is sitting there like, I really would. If I had a gun, I might just put a bullet in you. Pretty cool shit. But we did have Nakamura versus Chad Gable with Otis. Crazy little match, but I got to tell you, this Rick Boogs guy, I'm already seeing I'm going to like this guy.
I don't know yet. Like, it seems like it would be up my alley, but I don't know yet. Because I know he was in NXT for a while. Like, they pushed him for like 3 weeks, and then he just randomly vanished. So this is sort of a second attempt, I guess, at putting him out there, but we'll see, I guess.
Well, I'm enjoying it already. But we did get the match. The match happened. Corbin ends up stealing back his crown, but Rick Boogs hits him from behind, which gives Nakamura the win, and Nakamura gets the crown back. Not giving any fucks about this storyline. Not.
Well, first off, he was also the guy in the Old Spice commercials,
right?
That like R-Truth went after. He was the Old Spice guy. I enjoyed it a little bit. I like the idea of just Baron Corbin going on this long tangent of, this is my crown. This is mine. This belongs to me. I'm the one that goes to K Jewelers every month to make sure it gets clean. Not you. This is my crown. He was just very pouty and babyish about it, and I just made me laugh a little bit.
Yeah, but it's Baron Corbin. So I just see a penis talking.
Well, there you go. I mean, the poor guy's he's doing his best. But
just trying to figure out where they got a crown to fit a penis.
Oh, wait, hold on. He's not here, so I can talk shit about it. Okay, Baron Corbin.
See,
well,
I
really
don't.
Thought about this.
See, I don't give a fuck. All right.
We've switched roles. Somebody has to be a peacekeeper. You loose cannon.
I have had about 8 shots tonight. I just asked my wife to bring another one, and she went, "No, I'm tired." So we need to wrap up because I want a shot. This is the last thing anyway.
You need to build like a dumbwaiter or something, or some sort of just like tube tunnel type situation where she can just put it in there from like the living room and just goes right over to you.
I used to bring in a little thing with shots in it, but she would bring them in like literally 5 minutes after I did one, and I'm like, this is not good. So I stopped bringing it in. When we start doing shots, I just bring water in here, which I've already poured 2 of them tonight, so I'm going to be pissing my brains out tonight. Fun stuff, man. But anyway, I guess enough of Rick Boogs and Rick Boogs and or Boobs, whichever one you want to say, and Nakamura. That was good stuff, though. I like that part until the penis came out and started putting on the crown. So from there,
it's all fun until the penis.
It's all fun and games until someone puts a crown on the penis. That's awful. Shit. Well, Dominic and his dad versus Dolph and Robert Roode. Well, that was supposed to be the match.
Yes.
But Ray this week was laid out backstage, so Dominic said, "Fuck it, I'll do the work, and Dad can come out and get the glory this week." And it basically pretty much happened that way. Ray came out, distracted Ziggler and Roode, causing Dominic to win the match. And there you go. They got a match with the Usos next week again for the titles. And that was SmackDown. I got to tell you, though, from just the start of the show, I'm going to say it once again, it was better than Raw just from the first match.
Right. I have numerous problems, though. Not too numerous, because I also have to go to the bathroom. But I have numerous problems with this main event. A, the fact that we've seen this match 1,800 times by now.
Yep.
B, if they jumped Ray, then theoretically, because the whole idea is that they find Ray backstage and they're like, all right, Ray can't compete, so Dominic's not going to come out, so we get to win the titles by forfeit, right? Well, okay, if somebody had access to Ray, presumably Dominic wasn't there. So wouldn't it make sense for them to take out Ray and Dominic if that was their plan? That doesn't make sense unless they are going to go with the angle that it was Dominic that did.
Well, they couldn't find Dominic. He was taking a piss.
As one tends to do, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but then also they have that window where you have to defend it within like 30 days. Because they had a whole storyline on this where Miz was trying to get out of his match with Lashley because he said he didn't feel well. So, and that was going to fly for a while there. So, like, again, you're playing hard and fast with these rules. Rules are important, man.
Okay, meanwhile, Finn Balor was out there about 90 days with that broken jaw and never... See? WWE doesn't have rules. They have little nuances that they go by and change them as they want and when it fits their storylines and narratives.
True, but then just that last counterpoint to that. Jade Cargill looks like she gives boring head, according to Christopher K. I just felt like that was something worth touching on. I seem to remember him saying this before, but I think it was hand jobs last time.
I think so, but I think she'd have that kung fu grip. I think she'd be all right. I really do. She's got some muscles, man. She's got muscles, man. I'm sure she might. You never know. She might.
I wouldn't mind going further down this rabbit hole of just like what exactly it is about somebody that looks like they give boring head.
I don't know. I'm not sure why she would. I don't know. She doesn't give that look to me. Looks like she'd be a fun time. Just leave it at that right there. I don't know, man. I think we've hit everything though. I think we've got
Annie
everything.
Hodge grip, according to Weeble.
Oh, there you go. Come on, the Kung Fu grip, man. Sublime.
I like the fucking Great Khali when he was like squashing like watermelons or whatever, fucking apples and oranges and shit.
Yeah, one of those women that can squash watermelons with their legs. I bet she can do that.
Yes. There you go. There you have it. Well, I mean, I guess that's not necessarily something that you want.
I don't know, but I bet she'd make your ears sweat. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. Winter time, get you some ear emotes. I get it.
Oh, I'm talking about her thighs and her legs. Anyway,
that's right.
Be down there for hours. Yeah, I guess that's the end of the show here. That's a great place to wrap up, I guess, Mark. You got anything else?
I mean, it's better than communism and pedophilia, which are some other touchstones that we took on today.
Well, that's why we started the show with the. Did we get into pedophilia tonight? Yes, we did. Strangely,
you asked me what pedophile WWE had on its roster, and I gave you like essentially a brand full of them. It started its own touring brand.
I actually think you asked your own question and answered it. But anyway, if you listen to this episode, try to remember who did what. But there we go. Let me get the music going here, and we will knock plugs out and wrap this up. Because, yeah, I could probably go ahead and pee real quick. There we go. The music is rolling. We are doing that. I need to get the plugs back up. Of course, we've got the high marks. It's Cheese Man. It's Mojo. It's G-Wiz. And do you know where to find them? You should by now. Mixer.com/Metal Mitt Network. That's right. There's 2 T's in Mitt. I did not stutter. I did not stammer. There are 2 T's at the end. Mixer.com/Metal Mitt Network. 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday. Sorry, a little burpee there. And, of course, you got Bobby Anthem, Bobby Blades, the Inhumans over there on the Inhuman Experience. Check them out on Apple Podcasts, Google, and wherever you find your podcasts. Everything Unscripted Wrestling Podcast. Check out those guys there. Once again, all the usual platforms. Google, Apple, you know where to find everybody. And you can also find them Blog Talk Radio. We'll be on there tonight with those, tomorrow night. Well, tonight, technically, for most of you. Saturday night with those guys. Once again, just getting on there, having a little bit of fun with those guys. And, of course, Stephen Milan. Appreciate you sharing the show, man. Really do. Letterboxd, BOXD.com/Stephen Milan, 2 L's in Milan. Go over there. He's reviewing films. Go check out, like I said, he's got over 8,000 films. Go check him out. And, of course, you can always check us out. We're at Stitcher, iHeart, Anchor, YouTube, Spotify, Google, TuneIn.
Yes, sir. Mondays, 8:30 on the Metal Mint Podcast Network. Be sure to listen to Cheese on Sports with Cheese Man. He's breaking down the NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, and the MLB season. Also, Sundays, 10 a.m. the Metal Mint Podcast Network on the Mixler machine. You also want to check out the Dirk City Machine Guns with Mojo and with Dirk. And last but never least, check out the aforementioned Bobby Anthem at Planet Rack on Tour. This is a Planet Rack on Tour podcast with Bobby Anthem, with Papa Dave Sincere, and with Yuck Nasty. Be sure to listen to all 16 episodes, then listen to them again, so you'll be adequately prepared for Season 2 coming soon.
There you go. It's only 32 episodes. Do it. Listen. Go for it. Back to back. Have some fun. You will enjoy yourself. All right. Speaking of enjoying yourself, hope everybody enjoys their Memorial Day. The weekend is here. 3-day weekend for most of us. I know not everybody has that day off. If you do, I hope you enjoy it. Be safe. Do not drink and drive. Cops are going to be out there. They always are Memorial Day. And on that note, Wednesday night we'll be back here. See ya.
Time to take your drunken ass home. It's all right. If you don't know what to do with yourself.